Greetings, my name is Guadalupe Sajas and I will be discussing the effects of the First World War on literature. This will be the main topic of this video, in which we will also briefly touch upon the literary work A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. Throughout this presentation, we will analyze how the war radically transformed the cultural and social paradigm and why Hemingway and his work are prominent examples of literary modernism. Undoubtedly, the Great War, or the First World War, was an unprecedented conflict that left an indelible mark on Western society and culture. As Arthur Marwick points out in War and Social Change in the 20th Century, alongside technological advances and industrialization, this early 20th century war unleashed profound changes in social structure, the economy, social cohesion, and artistic ideas. These changes laid the foundation for the emergence of modernist literary movement. In this regard, Marwick argues that the war to end all wars not only had direct effects on the battlefield, but also triggered fundamental transformations in society as a whole. These transformations affected basic social institutions and, in turn, altered the perspective of artists and their audiences. This is crucial to understand how the First World War influenced modernist literature. As demonstrated by renowned and award-winning works, including those in the English language, literary modernism was characterized by its rejection of traditional literary forms and conventions. Notable authors like T.S. Eliot, Virginia Woolf, and James Joyce chose an experimental style that allowed them to express the complexity and ambiguity of life in the turbulent post-war period. In the case of Ernest Hemingway, one of the most prominent figures of literary modernism and the lost generation, he earned his reputation as an innovator thanks to his distinctive style. For instance, he employed what is known as the iceberg theory, in which the simplicity of expression conceals the depth of thought. Regarding his connection to a war-torn past, Hemingway experienced the horrors of the First World War firsthand as an ambulance driver on the Italian front. This direct experience can be seen as a central theme in his work, delving into the depths of trauma and disillusionment that haunted an entire generation after the war. Due to its brutal, direct, and fact-based approach to the subject matter, I have chosen the novel A Farewell to Arms, which effectively portrays the author in a way embodied by its protagonist, Lieutenant Frederick Henry. This work, primarily following a new couple's attempt to survive the trials of their environment, prompts us to question the meaning of war, confronts us with the senselessness of the conflict, and invites us to reflect on the individual's perspective, distancing itself from the dominance of the truth of the prevailing authority. In summary, the First World War brought about a radical transformation in society, culture, and the arts, including literature, giving rise to literary modernism. Hemingway, as one of its representatives, along with many of his peers, excelled in addressing the psychological and emotional consequences of war, questioning the meaning of life and the conflict itself, all while employing a distinctive style that led to his recognition as a modern writer.